Tulsa Oilers are back on the ice. Fresh off last year's playoff run and hungry for more. Friday night the 16th, 7:05, live at BOK Center, it's Ladies' Night when the Oilers take on the Jacksonville Icemen. Special discounts and deals just for the ladies. Don't miss the ultimate experience of hockey and entertainment. Tickets at TulsaOilers.com. That's TulsaOilers.com. Experience hard-hitting, glove-dropping, pulse-pounding, glass-rattling kind of thrill. This is your town, your team, your Tulsa Oilers hockey are back.
Welcome into this edition of the Pipeline Podcast, brought to you by OilFire Whiskey. I'm Zack Reynolds, joined alongside, as always, by Luke Hamilton. Today, our guest is Oilers owner Andy Scurto, and just to kind of hop off at the beginning, of course, some cool news this week of Tulsa World Magazine and the Tulsa World naming you one of the Tulsans of the Year. Some really awesome people that were named this year, and of course it was a large part with your work with the team here and what you're doing for the community. Just kind of give us a rundown of how that went with talking with the Tulsa World and what it feels like to have Tulsan of the Year.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm honored to be part of the group that was named Tulsans of the Year and be recognized for a lot of the work that we're doing here, and I think that's really cool. So that was really neat to have that happen, and got my pictures taken in the BOK, which was fun. Not that I'm very photogenic and like to have my pictures taken, but nevertheless. So, no, I think it's just really great to see that people are appreciating everything we're doing with the team and everything we're putting into the city of Tulsa.
Yeah, so you come here a little over a year ago, and now you're being recognized as one of the Tulsans of the Year. Your first impressions of Tulsa, and then what you've been able to do here in the city in particular to now. What's that perspective a little bit like as you sit here today?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing what's happened in the short period of time, right? So I came in, I liked the city, I enjoyed it, I enjoyed our fans and the people, and it was a place I was comfortable to build what I wanted to build, and I'm still building. But it's been even better to know that people appreciate what's happening and that people are excited by it and they offer to help and they get involved. And so it's just been a great city and a great community to build what I wanted to build and what we're building as a group.
We've talked about over the year, of course, the Macy's building, the new facility that's going to be out there at the Promenade Mall, and that was obviously huge news when that came out as well. Almost on par with buying the team and announcing the IFL. And we've talked about it, you and I, just away from things, youth hockey here in Tulsa, and really hoping to see it grow. With the future, with the 3 sheets of ice fully here in Tulsa, what is kind of the dream for youth hockey here in the area?
Yeah, so when I came to Tulsa, my vision is to build hockey, right? So we want to build hockey, and ultimately it's building entertainment for sports fans. But we do a lot of that through our hockey, or most of it, other than the football. But and I realized that if you got to have hockey fans, you got to have hockey players, you got to have people who love the sport, want to be involved in the sport, all the way from the lowest level beer league up to the highest level skilled player. And with 1 sheet of ice, that just wasn't going to happen. We want to have a house league where kids can come play hockey, not just come play hockey a couple days, do some pickup hockey, whatever you want to do. Just have fun with the sport. It's a great sport. We want to see more people involved. When you have 1 sheet of ice, you can't make that happen. So I knew I had to add more ice. I looked at adding it to the current facility, and it just wasn't big enough property-wise. So it made more sense to find another property and add those sheets. So the Macy's building came up. Promenade Mall, great location. So we'll add 2 sheets there, and we'll just have, a lot more ice so we can start getting a lot more youth hockey involved. We'll do house leagues. We'll do ladies leagues. We'll do more men's, more adult hockey. I'd like to see us bring in some high-level academy kind of levels. Just a lot more hockey in the city of Tulsa and make Tulsa even a bigger hockey town than it is.
It's a full spectrum when you think about the new building and the new sheets of ice, because of course even at the ECHL level, as a dedicated practice facility, an area where guys can go and get work in, looking at how important that is for free agent signings, even for the Tulsa Oilers at the end of the day. What's that process been like in sort of trying to make the Oilers one of the best places to be as far as the free agent market?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something that I targeted, right? We want this to be an absolute first-class organization, which it is, but we want to improve it and make it even better and better. We want to make it so that really, really good players want to come play here. And having a facility they can come to anytime they want, has a lounge, locker room, they can, work out, they do what they need to do, get on the ice, do their skating, and know that's there and it's comfortable is something that really helps. I mean, we got hot therapy tubs, cold therapy tubs, just things that you need to make you feel like a professional athlete. And that's what professional athletes want, right? They want to be treated like a professional athlete. And we're going to have a top-notch facility that'll do that.
You talked about it with wanting to put butts in seats and the entertainment. The attendance has risen since you've taken over on not just on average, but the fact that we're the only team this year that's been above 9,000 fans 3 times this season, and of course people are really enjoying it. And before the purchase of the team, COVID played a bit of a role, but the attendance was going the opposite way. What do you think some of those things are with the attendance rising, and do you think it's a full circle, I guess you could say, when it comes to the youth hockey we were just talking about? More kids go out to games and that they get excited. I mean, I know the equivalent of a Sunday skate was the first time I ever skated with the Brahmas in the old CHL, and so just how important is it to get butts in seats, more than raising ticket prices and raising revenue?
Yeah, I mean, that's the number one goal, is more people enjoying our entertainment, right? So I said that when I came in, and I still put that. And I make a big issue of the fact, and the team knows it here, that we're entertainment. We're here to entertain people. That's what we do. We do it with hockey. We do it with a lot of things. So really, I mean, what I attribute the increase in attendance to is a hell of a lot of hard work by this team. Okay, our operations team has just worked tirelessly to make it more entertaining, have more things going on, make sure that when people show up, they have a great time, and it's a family entertainment venue. They enjoy themselves, and they come back. I've had hundreds of people say, geez, that Sunday was so much fun. I came out, they got to skate with the Oilers. My kids loved it. They want to come back every week, right? So, when's the next Sunday? So that's the thing, is the team just worked tirelessly. They work very hard to make sure that we give everybody a good entertainment value for their dollar. And then once you start getting the butts in the seats, as we say, right, you get more sponsors. That brings in the revenue. Let's be honest, revenue has to come in. That's what covers expense. So we bring in more sponsors are excited. You've got more season ticket holders want to be part of this because it's so much more fun. People start seeing more about hockey, and they say, yeah, gee, let me go try skating, right? Let me go do a learn to skate. And they go learn to play some hockey. And then, like you said, it builds. Now you've got more people going, let's go watch the games because I'm a hockey player. And you just got to keep investing in it and keep putting that in and keep making sure that everybody gets a good value for their entertainment buck.
And, minor league hockey, minor league sports in general, it's unique in the way that, you're able to promote just as well the theme nights we've had this year and the theme nights that we'll have in the future. Is there anyone, that's been sticking out to you year in and year out that you've seen in minor league sports, or in particular so far here in your first 2 years, that you just really want to maybe grab a hold of and have us even go further with? We've got a ton of good feedback on so many nights. We've got Teddy Bear Toss upcoming, which of course is a staple in minor league hockey. Is there anyone that kind of sticks out to you?
Boy, that's hard. We've done a lot of really fun events, really cool events this season. Obviously, we've upped the bars. We do constantly. We've already done 7 special jerseys, and we have like 9 more planned or something. Right. We've got tons of events. I'll be honest, the autism awareness is a little close to my heart because I do have a brother who's autistic. So that one's a little close to my heart just for that reason. But all of our events and everything we do, I think, is just very important and all a lot of fun. And we try to tie things in, the Native American heritage. We brought in the special singers, right, and all that kind of stuff. So it's just a lot of fun to see what we can do to up the bar every time we do one of these events to have it more fun.
You kind of joked in the press conference when it was announced that you bought the team that you didn't like Oklahoma City as much as you liked Tulsa. But what is it about Tulsa that really just stuck out to you as a place, not just to purchase a team and just have it there, but to move to and be involved, and not just with one team, but 2 pro teams now, and of course everything else?
Yeah, well, it was a joke. I mean, I spent a lot of time in Oklahoma City in my prior career, and Tulsa's a lot greener, obviously. And coming out of California, I'm used to the green. So green and hills, a little bit more comfortable, a little more feeling like homes. That's why I like Tulsa. But what I really enjoy about the city is it's big enough to have everything that you want in a city. Theater, malls, ballet, all the sports teams, right? A very professional venue like the BOK Center, all these things. But it's not packed and crowded like the San Jose that I came from, right? San Jose at about 1 million population, you've got 4 hours of traffic every night, every morning. You've got, just crazy. So you get half the population here, and some people may think we have traffic here, but we don't have traffic here.
Right.
If you've been to California, yeah. So there's no traffic. If you want to go to a restaurant to eat, you'll walk in, right? It's just a much more comfortable place. And then the people here are so nice. I mean, everywhere you go, people are friendly and talking, and just great people in the area. So I just really enjoy being in Tulsa.
So you look at an opportunity here in Tulsa now that it's tangible, and 2 professional teams under your ownership to create a brand, the Oilers brand itself. You know, what's been the process here so far, and what's it just been like to be able to sort of create that and just almost be waiting like it's almost Christmas Day for March when the football team rolls around, and hockey's going to be in full swing too, and it's just going to be really nice to see the Oilers brand on display with game nights, weekly from both teams here soon.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, we've basically, our kind of talk has been Oilers entertainment, right? So we're Oilers hockey, Oilers football, Oilers Ice Center, to the point of almost branding that as Oilers entertainment. That's what we're all about. And bringing football to that, we've got a lot of excitement in the city. Fans are all asking me constantly, when's the first game? When's the first game? It's going to be really exciting.
Right.
Obviously, you're going to see all of our staff and our team here running around very haggard and kind of crazy because we're still going to be in hockey season when we start football season. So, I mean, we could see weekends where it's hockey, football, hockey, right? So,
right.
But it's going to be fun. I mean, that's going to be a blast. And when the football starts, the neat thing about football is it's 8 games, right? So hockey, we're 36 games. We do a lot at every hockey game, but obviously with 36, there's some limits to what we could do. With 8, we're going to blow it out, right? You only got 8. Mm-hmm. And it's in the nice weather time. So we can be outside. We can do tailgate parties. We can do sidewalk events. There could be fireworks in the future. I mean, you just don't know what we can pull off when we only have, when we're looking at 8 big events. So really, that's what we're targeting, right? We're going to do 8 huge events. We hope to pack the BOK Center, every one of them, top and bottom, and see what we can do. My goal is always, I'm a competitive person all the way from when I played sports to business to everything else. So I want to be number 1 in the league, both leagues we play in, right? We want to be the highest attendance. We want to be the biggest revenue. And we've climbed the ladder. We're pretty darn near there in the ECHL now, right? Another couple of years, I know we'll be there. And I know we can be there in the IFL as well. So that's what we want to do, is just put the work in, make sure the fans are enjoying themselves, so they come out every weekend and just have a great time.
Kind of tying you being from San Jose and growing up playing football and coming here, football is king obviously in California, but you're someone that got to witness a non-traditional hockey market per se that exploded when the Sharks came there, and how much of being able to see that tangible growth and explosion in an area that loves football makes you optimistic and realizing that it's a real thing that you can do here in Tulsa while also still providing football, which is something that the people already like.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, obviously Oklahoma is a bigger football area than San Jose and California. I mean, wow. Okay, that's all I can say is wow. I went to school in San Jose State University. Our attendance at a football game was probably in the single, couple thousand people maybe. Mm-hmm. Do the same college thing here, and we're packing, I don't know what they have, 40,000 people. It's craziness. Yeah. So much bigger town. But again, hockey in San Jose, we had a lot of people go, you have hockey in California? I mean, that was kind of a thing, especially at the youth levels. So it was really impressive to see what the Sharks did. I got to witness it, and I got to be part of it for about 6-7 years on the youth side with the rinks and their expansions and how they operated with the men's league and the house leagues and all the different things and the ladies' leagues and everything they did. And it was sort of a model that I said I could emulate that somewhere else, and I could do that in another city. If it can be done at San Jose where there was no hockey, and it can be done anywhere where there's no hockey, right? We just got to have the facilities to do it. So that was kind of what I want to do. I want to emulate it all the way to the high level. I mean, the San Jose Sharks, my daughter played in their AAA program, went to nationals. So we were a very competitive women's youth hockey team. And we would shock people when we'd show up in Canada and beat them. And they're like, wow, California girls can skate? They can play hockey? I didn't know you guys played hockey out there. So I want to be doing the same thing here, right? I want people to go, you have competitive teams in Oklahoma, right? When we go up to the north and show them that we have quality players here too. So it is a lot of what I emulate. I saw a lot of things they did. There's some stuff I look at and go, I could do that better. I wouldn't do that, but that's how we learn, right? Learn from other people's mistakes. You don't want to repeat them. But that's slowly what I'm rebuilding.
And sort of to build on that, you get an opportunity to look at, every league across the spectrum and see ideas, opportunities to make things bigger and better here in Tulsa. Is there anything in the NHL, anything in the NBA, the MLB, anything that you've kind of looked at and said, you know what, I think that's something that can translate here to Tulsa, whether it be in the IFL or the ECHL, that we can make our business better for the fans and better for the community?
Well, a lot of it at the moment, we're taking a lot of stuff we do in hockey and bringing it back into football. So the IFL has just, the few games I've gone to and kind of watch what's going on, they're not used to the level of entertainment that we do outside the sport itself. So jersey auctions and all those kind of things, you don't really see those happening. They're new, and they're kind of going, wow, that's interesting. We never thought about that.
Right.
So we're bringing a lot of that to the football. But I'm constantly watching other sports and other teams and seeing entertainment things they do, different things they do in the community, and bringing those back and saying, hey, this is interesting. Maybe we should take a look at this. I think we're very, very high on, really high, set the bar really high on what we're doing. We do a lot. So we can certainly add. We'll continue to work. I'd like to do probably some more community events. But we're getting more involved. I mean, we're in the Christmas fair. Christmas parade, right? So, we do a lot of different things. We're at Oktoberfest. So I want to make sure we're involved in the community, helping back the community. And you see that in a lot of these towns that do a lot more for the community. And that's something I really want to see us doing a lot more, too.
That's a great point. Last night, we went to the Childers floor hockey tournament, and it was obviously a ton of fun to see not just the players having fun, but, of course, kids and people came out to watch, and it was a great experience. And with the community aspect of things, what makes it so important to be involved in the community, and, maybe what are some things that you could think of in the community that we could expand into?
Yeah. I think it's critical. So I absolutely think being part of the community, having the community know the Oilers as, a great organization that helps everybody out, does things. We want to be that organization. So, and that helps people remember the name, right? Oilers, yeah. Oh, I know them guys. They were at this fair. They were at this event. They were at this thing. You may see some people come out there and play some floor hockey that go, this is kind of cool. I want to go see these guys play some ice hockey now, right? Let's go see. Or maybe I want to try it on ice. This could be a lot of fun. We want to do more events where it's just come give hockey a try, right? Those kind of things. Again, we need more ice. So the new facility's there, now we have it. We can just say, hey, come on out. We'll have some of the Oilers on ice. Come out, they'll help you out. Give it a try. Hockey's a lot of fun, right? And sometimes it's kind of, if you go to a hockey game, you see the players out there, they're skating hard, they're hitting, that's professional hockey. You can have fun with hockey and not be at that level, right? You can come in and do the lower levels and do stuff like that. So I think it's really important that we give many, many, many more people the opportunity to just come have some fun on ice. And, figure skating's great. Figure skating lessons is there. There's curling. There's lots of different ways we can do that. So that's a big one. But what I'd really like to see us doing more in the community is a lot more like events like that. So I'd like to see us getting more involved in some street hockey events. So when we have the new facility, you'll see we'll probably set up some street hockey options a lot and bring kids out to try them out. Try that out. And the reason we have to do that is ice hockey, as you know, has sort of that entry point of you got to be able to skate.
Right.
Right?
It's a big barrier.
It's a big barrier. But street hockey doesn't. Everybody can walk and run, right? So that's why you do those events to get people the feel for it. They feel for it and go, this is fun, right? You're trying to get in the net. You're out there passing around. Maybe I want to learn to skate and give hockey a try. So that's really what I want to do is a lot more events. I'd like to be more involved. Like we did the event with the Gathering Place over the summer where we went out and did street hockey at their place. We're open to do that anywhere. And I've got a few other organizations reaching out to see if we'll do those too. We have all the equipment. We'll show up and put on the street hockey clinic. Things like that just to give back, get people to understand that we're here to help. We want to keep people entertained and know what the sport's all about.
All of this stuff that we've talked about, it has aspects of year one for you. And then there's year two. And by the end of year two, we're going to want to be bigger and better, as you know, and as you're looking forward to. And so, what's a summary of the end of year two for Andy Scurto with the ownership of not only the Oilers football team, but the Oilers hockey team here as you round out year two coming up?
Yeah, well, currently, if you look at the list of projects, we've got the football team coming in, the hockey team obviously growing, getting ready, the new building being built, which is an amazing amount of work that I didn't realize.
Right.
The current ice center being upgraded. So I've sort of said I think we kind of need to set a stop for a little bit. Let's get caught up. Let's get these things going. So at the end of the year, we're looking at next October, we'll have the new building open. Football team will be through their first season. Hockey team will be gearing up for their next season. And then I start looking to what comes next. But at the moment, it's let's take everything we got on the boards and make sure we do a great quality job with it. Because I also don't want to get too much going on that we start to lose our quality. And right now, everything is high quality. We want to keep it that way. So year 2 is get the new facility operational, see some youth hockey events in there, learn to play hockey events, get that thing really flowing. And then I'll turn my attention to what we go next.
We've talked about growing hockey, and it's not really that you can even really grow football, but the fact is that here locally you have a ton of talented players, and there's already been some that are going to be part of the IFL team as well from this area. How important is it to give that avenue of an elite level of play, a professional level of play here close to Tulsa for athletes that may be done with their college career? And unlike baseball and hockey, there's really not a minor league system for football. We talked about growing youth game, but also, do you have goals to maybe just have the IFL team have lots of local players and provide that level of elite play as an option at the end of the college career?
Yeah, absolutely. So I know Coach has already signed some locals. We're going to have locals, and actually I think it's going to be an advantage for our team that we have so much great quality collegiate football in our backyard. It's going to allow him to tap into that talent and bring that to our team. I expect us to have a really good IFL team, and I think we will. We have a phenomenal coach, and we have all this local talent. So I think we're going to have a great team. But, bringing more opportunity for people to play football, I think, is just as important as hockey. There's the XFLs, those kind of programs. They're kind of the minor league hockey. I know we'll be doing some feeder into XFL back and forth. Mm-hmm. So I think it's great that we give more people that opportunity. A lot of it is you get missed when you play collegiately, right? Mm-hmm. This gives you one more opportunity to get looked at. Mm-hmm. And some really great NFL players have come through the arena leagues and got noticed. Got noticed there and said, hey, this guy had talent. Now, I don't know how we missed them, but then they get their opportunities to play. So I think that's very important. I do have visions of how we're going to grow football as well as hockey, including youth football operations and stuff. I have visions of building more, we have ice centers. I want to build some turf centers in the future, too, and really be doing more stuff to support that sport as well.
You get an opportunity, as the owner, of course, to monitor what goes on the ice just as well. And, it was a fun first-round run for the Oilers last year. This year, a good home record just as well. And, how important it is to see not only the people coming into the building having fun, but the dedicated hockey fans seeing some good hockey on the ice at the BOK Center, and even yourself getting a chance to just watch your team and getting into it as a fan just as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's very important that we play good hockey because people want to enjoy the good hockey, the hockey fans. I mean, as we all know, we have some fans that don't probably understand exactly what's going on. It's just a great atmosphere. They're having a heck of a lot of fun. Some may go just to watch the players fight. I don't know. But nevertheless, there's a good number of people out there who want to see some good hockey, and the Oilers are playing some great hockey. Even this past weekend, right, the record didn't come out where we wanted it, but those were some amazing hockey games. If you appreciate good hockey, that was fast. Everything was flying out there. The puck was going. The passing was there. It was a back-and-forth game. That's exciting. I love watching those kind of games. So, obviously, I like to get the W, but if we don't, at least we're playing some great hockey. One thing I'll say about the Oilers under Coach Murray and the group, and this was something I made pretty important, we get 60 minutes of hockey out of that team. I don't care what the score is. They're out there to win end to end, and they're giving it 110%. That's all we can ask out of our players. So, I mean, we've had some great hockey. We've had some great hockey games. It's been a heck of a lot of fun. And I think we're going to continue that. I mean, going into the playoffs was awesome. Went out in the first round. Hopefully we'd like to see us go a little deeper this year. But if we don't and we play great hockey all the way through, then we gave it everything we had, and we'll try it again next year. But Coach will figure it out. We'll get together another good team. We'll get some W's. Indy was a great team over the weekend. They're number one in their conference. So no doubt, great team. We go on the road back to division opponents, and hopefully we get some W's and keep us in the loop so the fans don't get upset that we're not in the playoff runs. Of course, we got to keep reminding everybody it's a marathon, not a sprint, guys. We're going to go up and down a little bit here. Yep. Relax. We'll be there in the end.
We're talking about great hockey. We saw last year first professional women's game in the state of Oklahoma through the PHF, and that was an awesome event. I know that there's still people in the media that when we catch up and chat, they talk about how fun that was, and it was great to see the crowd. And of course, talking to some of the players after the game when they were doing interviews, they were excited to see the crowd size, right? But they were really happy to see a lot of little girls coming out and watching, and maybe that being their first opportunity to ever see women's hockey. And what kind of plans in the future are there for PHF? And of course, in Minnesota and in Buffalo, and just also women's hockey down here in Tulsa.
No, it was a great event. The fans did a phenomenal job of supporting the teams. We had great attendance. We had like 2,500 people came to watch the ladies play, which was the highest attendance a PHF game has seen. So we had more here than we see at the PHF games. So that was just great. The players had a phenomenal time. They love the city. They love the arena. It's a bigger arena than they're used to playing in, so it's kind of like, wow, this is cool. The fans gave them great support. So, I mean, I've been asked by them, when are we going back? So, and they are coming back, so we're bringing them back. Our last regular season weekend for the Oilers, I think it's the 9th and 10th, if I remember right. There was so much fun. And then, being able to take the girls that have been in youth hockey, and we have some here, right, to let them say, look, there's an actual professional women's hockey league. It's just really cool for them. And some of them were appreciating. The next day on Sunday, we did a skate for all the youth, right? The youth just can come in, and then we played some exhibition game, then let them skate with the team. And the parents were asking me about the players, and for me to stand there and point out and go, they're an Olympic gold medalist just skated by, an IHF world gold medalist just skated by. That's a silver medalist. I mean, we have the top players in the world playing for the PHF and my teams. Several of our players are still on the national team, so they actually go to the national events when we have national events, and they'll be here when we come out. So you'll be able to meet. I'm going to work with them on bringing some of their medals with them if they can, so they can show people what these things look like. With any luck, we may be able to bring the Isabel Cup with us too, but with one of the teams. But yeah, I think it's really neat to see that there's a future in women's hockey all the way to the professional level. And then to meet these players that you see on TV. I mean, these are the players that you're watching in the Olympics. And they're going to be right there in front of you skating in Tulsa.
I think I'm good on questions if you are.
I think so. We'll have to have you on a little bit more often, especially once this building gets built at the Macy's Promenade Mall. I know everybody that I've talked to is just literally giddy about that opportunity, just to be able to be there. It is an Oilers community that we're going to build, and we're going to have a home for it finally, in a sense. So,
It's going to be really cool. I mean, we have a museum area going into it, so we'll have Oilers memorabilia and stuff you can see. Obviously, a restaurant, place you can go eat and watch hockey being played down in the rinks, and just a hangout place if you're a hockey person, right? And if you're an Oilers fan. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm over there. I was over there this week quite a bit, and it's an absolute disaster area. But that's what has to happen, right?
Yeah.
We were joking about breaking a few eggs to make a cake, and they were saying I think we broke more than a few. But at the moment, they're chiseling concrete out of the upstairs as it falls to the bottom. Wow, it's nasty. A little dust, So you don't want to be too close to the building at the moment. But within a couple of months, we're going to start seeing construction coming, and then that's going to be exciting. So we'll get some... We'll get some events and get some of that on video. Right now, there's just not a lot to see. Right. It's just an ugly look. I mean, wow. But it's what has to be done. The sheer magnitude of this, by the way, we were talking yesterday about the rinks and something, and somebody was telling me the numbers. We're putting in something like 17 miles of piping. I mean, it's just the magnitude of the numbers of some of the stuff. You're stunned. They're going to actually have to remove, I forgot how many tons of dirt out of there. It's 300 dump trucks.
Oh, my gosh.
They're actually going to tunnel through the front, dig down so the trucks can go in and out of the building. Wow. So the trucks are going to go under this little bridge thing and up and out. And I'm like, I mean, we got to go see that, right?
Absolutely.
Just the magnitude of that project hits you when you go see what they're doing and go, wow, no wonder this thing is taking 12 months and is massive.
No doubt.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And it's going to be a top-notch facility and a lot of fun and a really fun place. I mean, that people can hang out.
We'll have to bring our Oilers hard hats for sure when we go.
Yeah,
check
you do right now.
out.
Yeah, that's for sure. Stuff is falling off the ceiling.
Thanks so much for taking the time, Andy, to talk with us. And fans will be able to see you out at the games, of course, throughout the year if they want to learn some more stuff with what's going on, of course. So we thank you for coming on, and we'll be back at home, of course, next week. We have a game this Saturday on the road against Kansas City. That'll be a great divisional game. And, of course, Teddy Bear Toss is on the 17th, a great cause, and we hope everybody comes out for that. Don't forget to bring some stuffed animals and celebrate the first Oilers goal on the ice. But we're excited for everything that's coming up, and we've got a jam-packed rest of December.
Great. Thank you, guys. Appreciate being here.
Thanks, Andy.
Take care.
The Tulsa Oilers are back on the ice. Fresh off last year's playoff run and hungry for more. Saturday the 17th, 7:05, BOK Center is Teddy Bear Toss Night as the Oilers take on the Jacksonville Icemen. Bring a new stuffed animal or teddy bear, and when the Oilers score their first goal, throw your bears on the ice. All toys collected are donated to local charities. Tickets at TulsaOilers.com. Experience hard-hitting, glove-dropping, pulse-pounding, glass-rattling kind of thrill. This is your town, your team, your Tulsa Oilers hockey are back.